What's going on, everyone?
Good morning.
Welcome to Keto on the Couch Live, episode 56.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we're
Two Crazy Ketos. If you're new to our channel, welcome.
Yes, welcome to the more than 60 new subscribers since the last Keto on the Couch.
Now, here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos, we do product reviews, we talk about various keto topics, and then every Monday, we sit down on what's supposed to be the couch.
The bench.
And talk about what's going on in our lives for the week.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com. That's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
So welcome to Keto on the Couch Live, everybody. I'm going to just try to get the chat up while Rachel kind of talks to you a little bit.
Hello. How are you? It's Monday.
There we go.
It's
up
Monday,
there now.
And for the most part, a lot of us are home.
Yes.
I woke up and started working from home. Anybody else working from home today?
Well, we've got 5 people watching right now. We're going to give people a few minutes to get in. But, yeah, it's been interesting. We keep talking about the fact that, you know, we're home, but I'm busier than I was before.
There's lots.
Ed said, what, no swimming pool shots today?
Right? There's lots to do. And let me tell you, the honey-do list is starting to get things checked off of it in this house.
The next one I need to work on is the fence, but yeah, with the fence, I want to do it without a permit. So I got to try to figure out, how do I do this without a permit?
But I mean, air conditioning, if I could speak, air conditioning filters replaced. We've fixed locks. We've all of these things that
I patched the hole in the pool because somewhere there's a hole in my pool.
It's like all these things that we've been meaning to get to, but we're never home, is
Right.
now getting to. And I floated in the pool yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Which
We've
is
been in the pool
crazy.
a lot. Now, this is our normal thing of the year. Normally, the beginning of the pool swimming season, which this is early for us. The pool is a little cold for us, personally. But
We're making it work.
we're making it work because normally we get in the pool around May. We're in there for about 3 weeks, right? 3 to 4 weeks, all of May, a little bit of June. Then we're like never in the pool again.
Well, we're like we are with Disney World. If you live in Florida, you don't go to Disney World in July,
Right.
August. It's like being
Right.
on top of the sun. when
So
that
guys,
happens.
please do us a favor. If you're watching this on a mobile phone, exit out of the chat, hit the little like button, help share this video. So the way we're going to do this today, we're going to kind of do our normal keto on the couch. We just wanted to relax yesterday.
Yeah.
This past week was really busy with trying to do a
What?
live...
Not today, Satan.
I'll tell you what that's from. Yeah, we tried to do like a live kids ministry service. So we pre-recorded everything, but we wanted to give the illusion of it being live. So that was a tremendous amount of work. So yesterday we were like, I don't want to get in front of the camera.
It's still available if you
Yes.
guys
That'll
check
be
out
all week long. Palm
Yeah.
Sunday services.
coastalkids.online.
And we have a preschool one, which Rachel and I did for preschool and kindergartners. And then the elementary age is for, it was done by Anthony and Sarah.
Yeah.
And they did a phenomenal
Super
job.
fun. So if you're just looking for something to watch that's
Yep.
kind of uplifting.
We had some people say that, like, yeah, the one that Anthony and Sarah did, good for adults.
Yeah.
They have lots of demonstrations, things like that, using balloons, stuff like that. So it was really
They were
cool.
like, I didn't even have my kid around. I just watched it myself.
So the way we're going to do it, we're going to kind of not pay attention too much to comments. We'll talk about the things we need to talk to. We definitely want to. It's always important to us to find our subscriber of the week and to also review comments from last week's Keto on the Couch. And then we'll kind of jump into comments and stuff. We'll do our normal, hey, I looked at it this way yesterday. If we do this live, it's probably going to be about an hour and 20 minutes because that's how long our lives normally are
Sorry in
anyway.
advance.
Plus, everybody's at home.
Yeah.
We usually spend an hour and a half taping Keto on the Couch to get it down to under an hour, and then I have to spend about 8 hours editing it. So I just cut out 8 hours of work.
You know what?
I'm happy.
I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna talk crazy.
She may say balls.
I may say balls.
Yep.
Balls. So I'm just gonna apologize right up front.
So just looking real quick, who's on here? Rhonda's here. Selma Reed, Tamara's on. Patty.
Good morning.
Sylvia, Chris, and Miriam are both on. They're out camping.
Didn't you love seeing the view from their overhead?
Yeah.
What is that? A drone?
I want a drone so bad.
Isn't that cute? I love it.
By the end of this, I may have a drone. Another one of our friends was playing with a drone and just doing stuff from a. We need to. That's. I'm gonna get a drone, and we're gonna do next week's Keto on the Couch from a drone.
Okay, so here's the problem with that. We had a drone once.
No, I'm gonna get a good drone. That was like a cheap drone.
Well, I'm almost afraid of it.
Why?
My brother got a drone for the kids one Christmas. It went up, it hit a tree. Goodbye, drone.
Well, I'm gonna get a good drone though.
You don't have a pilot's license.
I'll get one. That's easy. Fran's on, Joe is on, Patty's on, Tia is here.
Hello,
Patty Epps.
everybody.
Sue is here. April said good morning from Georgia. Lucy, Constance is here.
Constance, Tony Damien, how's it going?
TC loves your shirt, Rachel. She said the color looks good on you.
Oh, thank you.
Fran is nursing from at home. Bunch of people at home.
Wow.
Daniela's home. She always works from home. Not too much changing here.
You know,
Miriam's working at their trailer.
You know, it's amazing to see how much stuff we can do remotely, right?
Yep.
I mean, it may look a little different. I liked the memes I was starting to see where parents were saying like, you know, the kitchen is now the cafeteria. You don't go into the cafeteria until it's time for lunch. Mom's bedroom is the teacher's lounge. We never go in the teacher's lounge. I mean, some of these things are really hilarious.
Rhonda is a senior accountant. She's working from home.
Parts of our house.
I give credit to all you accountants. I was trying to look at Anthony's taxes because Anthony has a couple of 1099s, but he didn't make enough where you have to file taxes.
Right.
But I was trying to file taxes for him because, like, to get him, like, that stimulus money. Mm-hmm. The problem is like, with TurboTax, if you want to use a 1099, you now have to pay for it.
Right.
And then when you do that, because he's self-employed, he has to now file, like, he'll have to pay some taxes on that little bit of money he made. It's only a couple $1,000s on 1099s. But then we need to do the expenses on it. And now I got to pay. So it's going to cost him like $150 to file a tax return that he doesn't need to file.
Isn't it kind of funny with all these adult children? It's like, they're all self-employed.
I know.
Right?
Ed is here. Fix the fence after dark. No permit needed. I need to build a fence, not fix a fence. I want to install a fence. That's how it's supposed to be. I did that with our...
speaking Joe's love language.
Oh, yeah. We have a shed in the back. So a couple years ago, I was like, we need to get stuff out of the garage. It's when Rachel started doing the shipping for her brother, and we need room. So I'm like, I need a shed. So I designed a shed from scratch. 10 by 12? We built the deck that it's sitting on one day. And then... our city is closed on Fridays, so there's no code enforcement driving around on Fridays.
I can't believe you're videoing this admission of guilt.
That's okay.
Basically.
So what I ended up doing was we built the entire shed in a day and a half. Everyone's like, what are you doing? I'm like, it has to get done by Sunday, because if they see you building it, that's where you could get into trouble.
But if they don't,
but if it just magically appears one day,
they don't care.
Nobody's gonna say anything. At least that's my feeling. And we did. We built an entire shed in 2 days. It came out really good now.
Life with Joe. So we had some good food this week.
We had some great food this week. First of all, I made bone broth. We took all of the wings that I had in the freezer, from all of these weeks of Buffalo Wild Wings, which reminds me, I am placing my Buffalo Wild Wings order for tomorrow, today.
Yeah.
Because last week they were sold out by the time we got there. So we took all of our bones, like rib bones, a turkey neck that I had from making a turkey. I put them in a pot.
I'm so glad you did not video my reaction to the bones.
I should have.
Left over from this
24 hours in an Instant Pot.
They were they just dissolved in your mouth.
They literally, you could take your fingers and do this. So Rachel was sitting there over the kitchen, eating just eating the bone. The whole bone.
You've heard of ugly crying. I was ugly eating. Does anybody else out there ugly eat? I was ugly eating. It was so stinking good,
that broth is all in the fridge. I'm not quite done with it. Now, today, I want to run to Walmart, and I want to get some chicken feet, and I'm going to recook that with chicken feet in it to get more collagen, because we didn't get enough collagen out of it. And there's not enough fat floating on top. So I want to make it even fattier. You're just gonna. You don't have to. You may like the chicken feet as much as you like those bones. What if they fall apart like that?
That's gonna take.
So,
some
rest of the
doing.
food. Rachel said, "Please click the thumbs up button." Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I made a brisket, which you guys saw on our full
Corned
day of
beef.
eating the corned beef brisket. I love all brisket, but I love corned beef.
And was very inexpensive.
Yeah, we
because-
got it at Aldi.
Yeah.
Actually, the day of St. Patrick's Day. And they were $8 off any brisket, so I bought like 4 of them.
Yeah.
And I love. How do you guys cook your brisket? So when I make when you cook your corned beef, I take my corned beef, I put it in the pot with all of the juices that it was sitting in. Some people dump out the juices that are in the bag.
Oh, okay.
I pour all that in there. I open up the spice packs. I put that in. Sometimes I'll even put some more pickling spice. And then I simmer it for about 3 to 4 hours until it's just falling apart. Last half hour, I'll throw some cabbage in there because then the cabbage soaks up all of that flavor.
Right. It's so good.
I know people who like to halfway through dump all the water out and put fresh water in.
Oh, no,
And I'm curious. See, I want all of that water because I want all of that salt and the brine and the goodness, and I don't want to wash any of it away. So I'm curious what they all do.
Yeah.
What else did we have? Eggs.
We had
lots of eggs.
Lots of eggs.
We made our own wings when we couldn't buy wings.
Right. Now here we go. We did have some cowboy burgers from Sprouts, which were amazing. I thought nothing.
Usually get the Whole Food ones.
I thought nothing could top Whole Foods, but the cowboy burgers from Sprouts were so good. Some of them had a little bit of onion in them.
We got 2 kinds. We got a cowboy burger. The cowboy burger is traditionally jalapenos and cheese.
Right.
And it's like all mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other one was a blue cheese and onion, and inside of the burger were crumbled up blue cheese and onions.
It was so tasty. I think it almost edged out Whole Foods for me. We also had a sleeve of the hamburger sleeve from Walmart.
Yeah, don't buy those.
Wow, what a difference. We sort of just bought it to have it, not knowing how, sparse meat was going to be during this season. And, yeah.
They're not as good.
What a difference.
They're more expensive than the ones at Sam's Club.
Yeah.
The cheapest out of all those sleeves of burgers are Sam's Club. So Sam's Club's got, and then BJ's has got good ones. Costco's the most expensive at like $20 for 18. Sam's Club, you can get them for like $15 for 18 of them.
And I thought, well, we'll just make do with the Walmart.
There's a huge difference.
Huge taste
But the
difference.
the cowboy burgers from Sprouts were really good, and it was like $6 a pound. So each burger worked out to be like $2.15. That was the other thing. We decided that we wanted to support a local business, and we went to Tucker Duke's. It was the best burger they've ever made for us. I think because they were slow. Because usually there's a long line.
And I think that that's going to be the case with a lot of restaurants. They're not as busy as they normally are. So if you like their food now, when they have you're their only customer in that moment, maybe. Yeah. My goodness, the level of quality for these restaurants, it's amazing.
And we actually went in and when the girl gave us everything, and I was just I felt so bad. There was nobody working. We gave them $10 and hey, just split this among everybody working here because they're all sitting there and there's no orders coming in. The phone isn't working properly in a lot of these places right now where you're getting this message from the cell phone company the number you're trying to call is busy. And he's like, yeah, we've been hearing that a lot lately. So the only way to order from them is to actually go in, and nobody wants to go in. And so we went in, ordered it, and then sat in the car.
Yeah.
So Rachel wants to know how your sunburn is.
It's doing good. You can tell. Look how white. There's my normal shade, and it's red.
Are we getting back in the pool?
I am getting back in the pool, but it's time to burn the bottom half of me. So I'll probably wear a long sleeve shirt or maybe even this shirt into the pool. Because it doesn't matter. You don't have to wear a bathing suit when it's in your home pool. Yep. Do you wear a bathing suit when you go in your home pool if you have a home pool out there? Or do you just wear shorts and shirt or whatever?
Right.
A lot of times I just wear whatever.
I always wear a shirt unless it's just me doing work in the pool.
But
I just don't want anybody seeing my
But
old
it's not
rolls.
a swim specific shirt.
No, it's any shirt I can grab.
And same thing with shorts. I would go in shorts. It doesn't have to be swim trunk shorts.
Maybe when we get the fence, we can go skinny dipping.
No, that'll never happen.
Well,
Ugh.
I guess when you have all these teenage young adults running around our house, can't do that.
Great.
Jerry said, sounds like it's another great toy for Joe. I did enjoy the drone video from Chris and Miriam's camping site. It was super cool. Remember, Jerry is a female, not a male.
Yes. I'm so sorry.
Jerry said, well, you both fuzzy looking today. What's up with that? Are we
fuzzy?
Are we fuzzy? I don't know why. What's going on?
Could just be because I'm forgetting what day it is, right? Someone said that
I'm going to go tell the kids, make sure they're not playing video games.
We need to make sure that, like, we need to bring back days of the week underwear just so we know what day of the week it is, right? I mean, it's crazy. I did want to share one thought, and so I actually wrote it down here so I don't forget about it. It was talking about food and your approach in this season to how you're eating and what your plan is for the week. And the thought was that we need to be an investor and not a gambler. Because there's a difference between an investor and a gambler. An investor makes a decision to do the right thing even if he's not yet seeing the right result.
Both kids are playing video games online. I was like, get off. They're like, what?
So I was just talking about the difference between an investor and a gambler. So again, An investor makes a decision to do the right thing even if he's not yet seeing the right result. And that's what we're kind of doing right now in this season. Let's be investors in our food choices. A gambler will do the foolish thing, hoping they'll get by with it and still see a good result. And I'm kind of seeing that when people are talking about their food plans, because you don't know how long this season is going to last.
Right.
And
I'm trying to just check the stream.
Are kind of gambling.
I'm not ignoring you.
Some people are kind of gambling with how they're eating, right? Is it better now?
Yeah, it looks like it's a little better.
So
Hopefully, let us know if it's better.
Yeah, you don't want to be gambling not knowing how long that this season is going to last.
Right.
You really want to invest in right eating and meal planning as much as you can because, we don't want to have a bad result.
Chris said that he likes the way I'm saying Aldi correctly. I know. I'm not the only one who says Aldi's. I don't know why. It's a word that you want to pluralize, even though you're not supposed to. Miss Kara gave us a $5 super chat. Thank you so much.
Kara.
She said love from Iowa. Thank you for all you do for us. You guys are so helpful. Paul said chicken feet at Walmart. Yes, Walmart has chicken feet.
They can stay there.
And they're really, really cheap.
Oh.
Carmen said what chicken feet are a staple for her broth. They turn into jiggly things once you're done. It does. It makes it lots of collagen. Lots and lots of collagen.
I'm just afraid of seeing the hands go up when we open the Instapot is what I'm afraid of. So, another thing that
what else did we do for food? Did we finish our food?
Well, every night we had Keto Chow ice cream.
Keto Chow ice cream. Every single night.
And I did want to say, I thought we could do a little challenge next week.
Yeah, somebody last week during our live brought up doing like Keto Chow and yogurt. So we're going to do that next week. We're going to do 5 days. We're only going to eat Keto Chow and yogurt.
April 13th through the 17th.
Yeah, because my snacking's kind of getting a little out of control.
So when we talk about we don't want to be a gambler. Mm-hmm. We don't want to risk it. We want to be an investor. And we know that when we do the Keto Chow type challenge, we stay on target.
Right.
So we're going to try to throw a challenge in here. So next week, if you guys want to join us,
interested.
But that's what we're doing. April 13th through the 17th is going to be Keto Chow.
Yeah. Fran asked for the recipe for the bone broth. Our bone broth, I don't have a recipe. So here's what my recipe was. We take, every time we eat wings, which usually has a bunch of spices. What's wrong?
I've got Caleb going, tell Joe to check his phone, please. I don't know what that means.
I don't have my phone. Every week, every time we get wings, we just take all the bones after we're done. I know this sounds a little disgusting, but it's only us eating it.
Yeah.
Which already has spices on it. We take them, we put them in a Ziploc bag, we put them in the freezer, and then when we have enough bones left over, we take them, throw them into an Instant Pot, fill it up with water, and just let it go for like 20 hours. And all of the collagen comes out of the bones, all of, the bone marrow comes out, and then you get all of the spices that you had that were on the wing tips and stuff. And that kind of, then you can also add some more red mints and stuff like that.
Well, and it's kind of amazing at like the rich color of homemade bone broth as opposed to sometimes what you can get in the store, what you're used to as like chicken broth.
Caleb wants to know if he's allowed to take a shower, but it's going to make too much noise.
Yes, you may take a shower, son.
They weren't too happy when I said like you can't play video games online right now.
Yeah, but no video games.
So that's how we make our bone broth. It's super, super easy, but I want to make it more collagen-y. And so that's why I'm going to use the chicken feet.
Now, in addition to the Keto Chow kind of challenge we're going to be doing next week, I wanted to do...
Flavor of the week this week, Keto Chow, is chicken soup, which is really good. Makes incredible biscuits.
It does. I won't be making ice cream out of it, though. I'm going to tell you that right now.
We should.
No.
We should try that. Absolutely.
No.
So, yeah, it makes really good biscuits.
The drop biscuits.
Add a bunch of salt to it. It makes a really, really good, like, cream of chicken kind of soup.
Oh, yeah.
Also makes a really good base for, like, a chicken soup, if you want a chicken soup with some chicken in it. Yeah.
So with my ears intact, Easter is this coming Sunday. I'm so excited about that. But we need to do something fun.
Yep.
Okay? So my thought is we keto folks need to have an egg decorating competition. We need a contest. We did some egg decorating with the boys.
Right.
19 years old.
They had a blast.
They had an absolute blast. There's all kinds of things that you can use to decorate. You don't even, if you just have, what is it? Was shaving cream and...
Shaving cream with a few drops of food coloring in the middle, and then you can just put the egg in and swirl it around, and it'll actually give you, like, swirly eggs.
You can use
the
a marker.
Shaving cream, you don't need vinegar. The shaving cream will actually help get the color into the shell.
Color it, right? Some people were putting little bits of painter's tape and then doing the stained glass thing on eggs. I've seen that.
They had a blast.
So, yeah, we're going to be having an egg decorating competition. We want you to put your pictures of whatever it is. If you'd like to enter, put a picture of the egg that you decorated on our Facebook family group,
which the link's down below.
And we will vote on them. And it'll be our family voting at the end of the week. We'll say the cutoff is what? Saturday. By Saturday.
Okay.
That we can do it. And you want to see what you're going to be playing for? You're going to be playing for a spring dash. This is a dash that makes your chaffles into flowers. There's like a little flower in the middle of it. How adorable is that?
We need to make some chaffles.
It's been a while.
You're not a huge fan.
I'm not a huge chaffle person. I would rather just make them like keto pancakes and call them a pancake and throw some sugar-free syrup on them. That's what I want to eat them. But
well, we did just get a bunch of the Birch Benders pancake mix, which Anthony and I are going to do a review on that. We're going to try that out.
So make some eggs, and then this way too you can make some deviled eggs.
I just heard the cat jump.
My favorite. Oh, Charity's here. Welcome.
So
yeah,
Miriam said, Rachel, you got to mow the lawn. Rachel Bartley. She said, I'm jealous our lawn still looks like winter. It's not green yet. I'm glad you got outside. We've been camping in the dirt in the middle of nowhere.
Fun.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice and not say anything about the fact that, like, it's not camping when it's a giant desert. Is that really camping? Is that camping?
You are really focused on teasing these poor people.
I know. Okay, so what else is on our list? We did the flavor of the week.
We drew
the winner for the perfect keto cookies. However, I was exhausted last night and fell asleep without editing and putting it up. So as soon as we're done with this, it'll take me 10 minutes. We will put up the winner of the two perfect keto keto cookie contest winners. My new purchase. I'm so excited about this. I'm curious if anybody else has this. Like, hopefully I did not make a bad purchase. Okay. So we talk about one of the most important things when it comes to your health, trying to lose weight, trying to have a good metabolism, is
sleep.
Sleep.
And it's the biggest thing that we struggle with.
It is the thing that we struggle the most with. Number one, because we're super busy. And I get heavily involved. When I start working on something, I am like Chris. I cannot stop focusing until it's done. So when we had to try to figure out how to do kids ministry on a computer, Rachel mentions it to me at like 7 o'clock at night. I don't go to sleep designing a website.
And I'm married to you, so I don't get restful sleep.
Because I'm not in the bed.
Because you're not there.
And I don't come into the bed until I'm done, which is 4 or 5 in the morning, which is when you're getting up.
But then I also struggle with sleep when it comes to temperature.
Yes, so temperature is the most important thing when it comes to sleep. They say your body gets the best sleep when you're sleeping at a temperature of about 66 to 69 degrees. Here's the problem. We keep our air at 77 during the day, 74 in the evening, and 72 in our bedroom because we have a separate air conditioner for our room. We have like a mini split.
For that.
And that's only because it's the hottest room in the house.
Yeah.
But I have to sleep under a comforter. And I've been researching the reason people want to sleep under comforters like me is because it's a security thing. It makes you feel safe when you sleep under a blanket. Like for me, a top sheet's not good enough. It's got to be a comfort. It's got to be the weight of that comforter.
And the weighted blankets are super popular.
And I don't like that. That's too heavy for me. But you've gotten into you want 2 comforters.
Because
but now we're in the summertime.
I want like a little bit of a weighted blanket.
Yeah. So the problem is now you got a comforter on, so the temperature of the room is 72 degrees, but you've got the heat of you. So I've been looking into bed chilling devices. So I looked at this device called the Bed Jet, and I'm like, yeah, but I want a comforter on it because the Bed Jet actually blows air like underneath your blankets, in between the sheet and your bed.
Right.
But now all it's doing is taking the air that's under your bed and blowing it in between you. So if your room isn't super cold, that's not going to help. So we ordered, and I'm super excited about this, something called an Uller bed chilling device. It's made by a company called Chili. They have 2 versions. They have the Chili and the Uller. The Uller is the newest version. And I am super excited about this. It's a device that
try it.
You put on your bed, and then when you put it on your bed, it runs water through it in these little tubes, and it chills the water, or you can heat it. And then the Uller one allows you to actually set like a schedule, so you can have it like have the bed at like the temperature of getting into a sheet after you took them out of the dryer, where you get that comfort feeling. And
that's
then
Anthony's favorite.
Slowly bring it down to say 55 degrees, which would make the temperature of the bed between you and the bed and the sheet and everything somewhere around in the mid 60s. So now you're sleeping on this in this cool area, and it's keeping you cool. And then you can tell it to start warming back up in the morning.
Well, and it can your temperature on your side of the bed can be different than
the
my
one that
temperature.
we got allows her to have a different temperature than me. So we're really excited about this, but I'm curious if anybody else has tried it. They do give you a 90-day trial period, so I'm super excited about that. I know Mark Sasson uses it from Primal Kitchen.
So we'll try it and see.
But I'm curious if anybody else has ever used one. I know there's a bunch of different ones. There's one like the 8 or something like that. I forget the name of it exactly, but it's actually built into the mattress. But the mattress is like $5,000.
So this was kind of an investment for us because it doesn't look like we're going anywhere anytime soon. We're going to be spending a lot of time at home, and we are doing everything we can eating wise. I'm trying to incorporate exercise again. But when we're not sleeping because we're stressed out, I'm not seeing the results fully that I want. So I want to make sure that I'm doing every single thing that I can to invest in myself. I'm sorry,
I just saw this comment from Christopher. It said, have you seen the kid who had the shirt on that said it's Tuesday and he wore it to school every Wednesday just to mess with people?
That would be you. Joe would totally do that.
So yeah, we're super excited about this. To me, it will be worth it if we actually get good, comfortable sleep. I know I'll be curious because I do have the Oura Ring, so I'll be able to really see, am I sleeping better now as opposed to before having it? You know, we saw this one review from a priest who actually has. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm actually waking up in the morning sleeping in the exact position of when I went to bed, because usually you're rolling back and forth to try to find the cool section of the bed that you weren't laying on. So I'm really interested. So let us know if anybody else uses something like that.
Yeah.
Fran said, I'm struggling right now, but every day is a new day.
Every day absolutely is a new day, and you can decide, like, today I am going to do right.
Rhonda said, Joe, when you go on your cruise, you're going to find that people don't care about your body. Fat, skinny, hanging, however, and wherever, it doesn't matter. It's a mental thing for me. I know. And I know I'm not nearly as fat as I see myself. I mean, hey, I'm up a couple pounds right now. Like, my pants, not so good right now. But I'm still not where I was. And that's what I have to remember. We're stuck at home. We're not exercising as much.
You still have to keep your pants on. You can't Porky Pig it.
I told as soon as this is all over, I want to. We're planning on doing some kind of a road trip, like with a couple of meetups, just to get out of Florida, because we were supposed to be going to Utah, then we were supposed to be going to KetoCon. Now it's all gone, and I don't know what's going on. I know we're planning on going back to Keto Salt Lake in October, but that's a long way away. So we're gonna do some kind of a road trip
in the summer
once this is all over, and I want to drive to Texas just to hang out with Heath and Shelley.
Yeah.
And Shelley's like, I promise I'm going to make Heath keep his pants on.
I've cracked up about that all week long.
Okay. So anything else? So we talked about the bed. We've been in the pool all week. You did your egg decorations. Our Easter, we have to figure out how to film our Easter services. That'll go up on Saturday. Niva J said, how about a countdown to what should have been KetoCon?
Right.
We should do that. We should do something to celebrate that.
A cut down to KetoCon?
Jerry said, we had Keto Chow orange ice cream the other night.
Nice.
I love the Keto Chow orange, especially if you start doctoring it up a little bit.
With the coconut drops, it was really good. I liked that flavor.
We made yesterday virgin pina coladas.
Oh my goodness.
I figured out how to make a keto virgin pina colada. So I'm using the pineapple built boost.
Right.
I don't know if it's kind of like little packets.
It's like an Ultima.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a bunch of electrolytes in it. It's got some vitamins and stuff. So I'm using that with some ice, a couple of drops of monk fruit extract, a couple of drops of coconut OOO flavors.
It is good.
And some hemp milk. But you can use any of those milks.
Any kind of
and then a bunch of ice. Rachel's like, what are we drinking? This tastes like a pina colada. I'm like, yes, doesn't it? And I just kept throwing stuff in there. I can't figure out how to duplicate it again, but I'm going to because it was so good.
And then putting it in the Vitamix to make it like the slushy consistency. Yeah. Somebody else in our Facebook family group recently they went from a Ninja to a Vitamix, and they're like, big difference. Yeah. It is. I mean, a Vitamix just turns ice into just nothing.
Right. So Rachel said, I'm down another dress size. I've lost another half inch in my waist.
Rachel!
Keto
Congratulations.
Real quick, we'll just do some of these comments, and then we'll get into our stuff.
Yeah, we need to do our subscriber of the week.
Yep. Rosie wants to know if we're doing a fast on Thursday through Friday with Keto Chow. They're doing a 72-hour fast. We're still debating that. I don't know if I want to do a 72-hour fast this week. But we are going to do the Keto Chow fast next week. But I don't know. We will let you guys know. We'll put something in Facebook. Yeah. We're thinking about it still. It kind of was like, oh, what?
We may do it the week after the Keto Chow. So we may do Keto Chow next week and then do a fast of some sort the week after that.
Yeah. Chrissy said, after trying this on my own and gaining 10 pounds, I'm back to tracking and being involved with 2KK. I need the support since I'm the only one in the household of 5 that's keto. We're here for you.
We're here for you.
Slapstick said, I want to go to Utah now that KetoCon has been canceled, but I don't think I can afford a ticket for, I don't think I can be gone for trick or treat. Yeah. It is on Halloween. That is unfortunate. Rhonda said, I'm with you on the challenge. Got my Keto Chow order. Keto Chow on order because I'm almost out, making more yogurt on Wednesday.
Yeah, because that's what we said too. It was Keto Chow or yogurt.
Yeah, so we're gonna I'll probably have like 3 Keto Chows and a yogurt to kind of up it up. I'd rather have the yogurt as just like almost like a little fourth thing or a little thing extra during one of my meals.
You've put your yogurt in your Keto Chow.
Yeah, it's really good.
And it's really good.
Paul Benson said, $4 from Paul Benson. Dear character, exaggerately stretching his arm forward to offer a cup of coffee. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jerry said, are these bones everywhere has chewed the meat off? Yes.
Yep.
Sylvia said, always add a splash of apple cider vinegar to help extract the minerals from the bones. Yes,
nice.
I do that.
Good tip.
Danny said, loved Anthony and Sarah's Palm Sunday video. I had the jingle stuck in my head. Hosanna, Hosanna,
Aww.
Hosanna. Yeah, that is from, what is the name of the person who does that?
It's from Yancey and Friends.
Yancey and Friends.
She has a lot of different music videos on YouTube, which are kind of really fun and super catchy for little kids and adults.
That was really good. I just liked when the things, we filmed that with the kids doing that. And when they were doing like their little dance, like with the main point coming in. So the main point slide was supposed to be on the screen. And when I saw them doing that dance, I'm like, no. We're going to do this and I'm going to do some editing and stuff to bring it up.
Say hi,
and said the last couple weeks have been tough on my keto journey. My wife has threatened to report me to you guys for going rogue.
Aww.
Brianna said, I made sausage gravy with Keto Chow chicken soup. My father was in keto biscuits and gravy.
They are so good. The drop biscuits with the chicken Keto Chow is amazing.
Miriam is down for the egg decorating contest.
They have that on their website.
And Chris said, decorating eggs while fasting.
There you go.
Okay, let's do some comments. Okay, so let's see if I did this right. Are we ready?
Ooh.
There we go.
I see them.
So what we're going to do is we have, first of all, our first person who, just a little catch-up story, is Yvette.
Hey, Yvette.
Yvette said, I can't believe I'm posting a full body shot. Don't mind the hair. I didn't dry it because I was falling out so bad. I decided after a year or not exercising to start today. I did do 2 miles with Leslie.
Sansone. My mom is a huge fan.
You want to see her picture?
Yes, please.
Take a look at what she looks like right now.
Hey, gorgeous. Look at you.
You look amazing.
You look amazing. And somebody that's like one of our favorite people on earth. We love you.
Okay, you ready? Next one. We have our subscriber of the week this week is going to be Carla.
Hey, Carla.
Carla wrote, on April 1st, 2015, I weighed 368 pounds. I was looking for some way to control my blood sugar so I could improve my health. I started low-carb keto, cold turkey. I was on 4 diabetic medications, statins, reflux, and blood pressure meds. Within 3 months, I was able to stop 3 diabetic medications.
Wow.
Statins, and reflux medication.
Oh, my goodness.
I started slowly losing weight and seeing amazing improvement in multiple autoimmune conditions. It has been slow but steady, and I have now lost 146 pounds.
146
with 50
pounds.
to 60 to lose. That is awesome. The trajectory of my life has been totally changed, and I am so grateful.
Wow, let me see her.
You ready?
Yes.
Look at that.
Wow.
You
Carla,
look amazing.
Gorgeous.
Congratulations, Carla.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, the trajectory of your life has totally changed. I love that. That is why it is worth sticking to this.
Yeah.
Right? It's worth staying on plan and doing this. And again, being an investor, it doesn't come off in 5 days,
no.
Right? I mean, I didn't lose 100 pounds over 5 days. It took time, but it's so worth it.
Right.
And what a difference.
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay. So we have our first comment is going to be, why is it not going away?
All right.
It is from Nancy.
Hey, Nancy.
Nancy said, I am surprised that you are letting someone from the outside into your quarantine home. Does she live by herself, that she is not in any contact with anyone? So she's talking about Sarah. And I put it in here because a bunch of people have asked us. So Sarah is Anthony's girlfriend. She is home with, basically she just goes between her house and our house. Here's my feeling. They're 19 years old. They're going to see each other.
Yeah.
So I'd rather them be here. I know they're safe. They're not out. They're not out doing anything.
Going places.
They're not going and hanging out places. They're literally, like, she goes home, takes care of stuff at home, and then comes back here, and they hang out. They go outside and sit on the patio. They talk. They go in the pool. They watch TV.
They cook. It's challenging, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, it's challenging. We try to limit as much interaction as we can and stay in a quarantine.
Right.
As I've seen, but yeah.
But Sarah is also one of our main kids ministry volunteers for our elementary room. So we have these few people that we're kind of together with, and like everybody else is kind of like at a distance. Like went and visited a friend of ours from church who lives around the corner, and we were staying like the 10 feet away while we were talking. It's kind of odd, but
it is.
But but the few people like Rachel's mom and Sarah who we're around every day, it's kind of like it's family,
Yeah.
So that's just wanted to. The only reason I want to put that in there is because I know a few people have said like, hey, what's going on? So, you ready?
Yep.
Next one is from Jackie. You want to read this one?
Jackie says, made the jerky with 100% grass-fed ground beef, and yes, I'm sharing with my 12-year-old cockapoo, who also cannot tolerate sugar. Best jerky I've ever had, and also the most affordable. You guys are the best. Awesome. Yeah, that was talking about the ground beef hamburger jerky, which is my absolute favorite.
That was your absolute favorite, yet you ate all of the other one too.
Hey, I'm not going to discriminate.
I went to get some of like the top round one, which is my favorite. It's all gone. Anthony and Rachel, they're just like devouring it, and now I don't have any more top round left.
Sorry. Make some more hamburger one. But I just love how accessible that meat is, the hamburger. And
you can put whatever spices you want. The biggest thing with that beef jerky, if you haven't seen it, if you're watching the replay, I'll put a link for it over Rachel's head. The biggest thing with that is don't put too much liquid in, because it's not gonna dry right. And the leaner, the better. If you can find some bison or maybe,
even the chicken was
the
good.
chicken came out really good, but the leaner the meat, if you have like 93.7, that would work really, really well. The leaner the meat, the better it's going to be and the longer it will last. Next one. Danielle wrote.
Hey, Danielle.
Oh, so we're talking about group messages, how I can't stand
he hates
getting
group
into
text.
group messages. I don't mind it for like 2 or 3 things, but when it's like going on for 3 days.
Right.
And we had one the other day where, oh my gosh, there were like 75 messages in
like you walk away from your phone, you
15
come back and you're
minutes. And all you hear, and especially in our house, and if Rachel is involved in the same group message,
then it's
like ding, 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 over the whole house. So Danielle wrote, I either leave group messages or I silent the notifications.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to do that. Anthony had to show me how to do it.
Now you're really glad you know how to do that.
You ready? Look at me. Donna wrote,
hey, Donna.
Rachel, what happened to your bike? You were doing so good.
Well, Donna, I did abandon the bike for a while because lazy Rachel, but I'm back on it, and which you're probably joining me for a bike ride later on today.
I was planning on going for a bike ride today.
Awesome. High five. But yeah, I started bike riding again last week, and I even went on one yesterday for about an hour.
Did
and
you
it was
go
nice.
work out today?
I did not go work out today because I had a lot of shipping to do. So I had to actually make 2 trips to the post office. I had so much shipping.
Is there still more to drop off?
Yes.
There's still more to drop off.
There is.
So the one thing I did do on Saturday.
But tomorrow we're doing it.
Was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. I took Tabitha for a walk. And then we took her for another walk in our vlog. But I took her for a long walk. So we were sitting in the pool and I was like, hey, you want to go for a walk? And so she kind of looked at me. Well, first she kind of rolled over like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, what is it? A walk?
Let's just lay here.
So I took her for a walk and we were gone for like 45 minutes. That's when I was around the corner talking to our friends. And yeah, that was a good amount of exercise. It was a lot of fun. Of course, Tabitha was like, this is kind of foreign to me because she is literally the laziest dog in the world.
She's a total couch potato.
She will just lay on that couch all day long. So we'll see what happens with that. I'd like to keep going with it. I'd like to take her for more walks, but the dog park is all closed. We can't take her anywhere except for walking around the neighborhood.
She wants to, oh my goodness, yes, she does not understand social distancing, so it's like she
wants to run up to everybody.
Yeah, she wants to run up to everybody's dog too, but then you're going to be
weighs
really close.
120 pounds.
You're
it's
going
hard
to be
to
too
control
close
her.
to another person. She's used to being able to interact with people when, she sees people.
Yep.
It's hard to explain that to her.
Healthy and Keto wrote,
hey, Healthy and
it
Keto.
should be called physically distancing instead of socially distancing.
I actually really like that.
Yes.
Because, yes, we don't want to get in the habit of not speaking to people or not interacting with people because it's funny. If you get out of practice, once you go back to trying to talk to people, it's weird. That's why when you do go to the post office or when you go to a grocery store because you have to, do you notice no one's even talking?
Right.
Right? No one's even like looking up. And I don't want us to have that situation. So I would definitely practice video chatting with people, calling people on the phone, texting people. We still want to communicate. Mm-hmm. Communicating and maintaining friendships and relationships is still an important thing. Just, call on the phone or, FaceTime with your friends. I mean, let's not abandon our relationships. We can still call them. So I'm seeing him here. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh.
Heather wrote.
Hey, Heather.
Exactly, Rachel. I was finally happy regarding my home because I've been reorganizing and switching rooms around. I started to feel guilty because I was so happy and content due to my home feeling so good, but I decided to give myself permission to be happy.
Absolutely. This is such a, good opportunity for us to enjoy our homes. We work hard to have homes. We've decorated homes. We fix up our homes, and now it's not a great circumstance to be home, but let's go ahead and enjoy, the blessings that we have. I mean, at least we have a home to be in. Right? And I have taken some time to walk around my house, enjoy the flowers that we planted, but because I've been so busy, I haven't been able to enjoy them. We've got trees to look at.
We're really enjoying being on the pool. I said that to Rachel yesterday. I said, well, it does kind of stink being stuck home, but I am enjoying this slowdown time because it's something that we don't normally have in the month of April. In the month of April, we hardly ever see each other.
This isn't the way I would have wanted this prayer to be answered, right? Okay, I wouldn't want this circumstance. But I have prayed, Lord, give me some time with my kids. Give me more time with Joe. Help me to calm down. Help me to slow down. Let me once in a while, I would like a nap. Once in a while, I would like to sleep in or be able to go to bed early. It's happening.
Yep.
So I better find ways to enjoy this time, even if this isn't the way I would want it to happen. Let's see who's next.
So this one I thought was funny. This is from our Facebook family group, which if you're not a member of our Facebook family group, make sure you guys go sign up. It's down below. There's lots of people in there to encourage.
Yeah.
And what is it? I guess it's Myra or Mira.
Hi, Myra or
wrote,
Mira.
I saw these and I thought of Rachel and Joe.
We are starting to. Ooh, she's rolling back, but she doesn't realize.
I think you should crochet these things.
I was thinking we're in the midst of trying to make some.
Yeah, we're trying to make something because I know, like in Miami, they just passed a law or
mandatory.
a mandatory or some kind of mandate that I guess it's starting Wednesday. You will not be able to go into a store unless you're wearing a mask.
So we want to make sure we have them.
We want to make sure we have something if we do have to go out or something like that. I know Chris is actually making 3D printed ones.
Oh, how cool.
So where they're going to put like the material on, but he's like making the whole thing. That's kind of cool.
That is amazing.
So you ready for the next one? What are you doing?
She's just so like, love me right now.
Kara wrote,
Hey,
absolutely, Carol killed her hubby. I was also disappointed nothing happened to her in a way. I feel like she is evil. I do think he was set up.
I did notice, I think it was, maybe it was Anthony that told me that they're reopening the case.
They should reopen the case.
Because of this. Now, don't you think that this woman has single-handedly ruined flower wreaths on top of your head, right? Like, I love those things, but now I see them and all I can think of is like, hey, you cool cats and kittens. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not going to wear that now.
It is amazing how viral that show has gone, hasn't it? It is just amazing. And then, of course, Heath and Shelley put up a show for us to watch the other day on the Facebook group. What is that called?
It wasn't Outlander. It was...
No, the Wild...
Oh, the Wild, Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
Yes. And
we watched it.
Rachel had seen it already. Mm-hmm. But... it was definitely an interesting show. Not nearly as good, but it kind of shows you.
Well, it was a short thing.
Yeah, it was like an hour and a half or something like that.
That family is rough.
But it really shows you like how you had like the Hatfield and McCoy feud and stuff because of like, you know, where you're raised, especially with the coal mining and stuff like that.
It was just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't enjoy it as much. It's not nearly as good as Tiger King.
Oh, Tiger King is just like, but I still was just like, your eyes are just like, what is this family doing?
Let's see. There are a couple of things. Keeping it simple, keep simple keto with Barb Road. I think
Barb.
he ran away and wanted everyone to think he was killed. Check out Ozark on Netflix.
We started watching, we're like 3 episodes into Ozark, and it's pretty good. It's so amazing to see Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
Like, he's still going to be, was he on Silver Spoons?
Silver Spoons.
He was like the little sidekick little boy. I think he has the same haircut.
I love seeing some of these guys like rectifying their careers.
Grown up.
Yes. I see all the likes going on. Thank you so much. If you haven't, please make sure you hit the like button for us and share the video. Let's see. Shelley wrote,
hey, Shelley.
She killed her husband, no doubt. I don't think he really hired. I think he was set up and they played on his hatred and how vocal he was to get him out.
That's what I think too. I think that he had just had so many dumb video recordings of his anger and hatred toward this person that it served as all of the circumstantial evidence they needed.
I think it's a good reminder to be careful what you put out there on social media, especially young people, right?
Yes.
Teenagers and stuff. They put all of this stuff
They're not
out on social media, all of these silly things, and they're not thinking that someday it's there. Once it's there, and then somebody is going to go look for them. When they go to get a job, it's going to show up. I mean, and this just shows you, we had a set of friends where their kids were killed by a drunk driver.
Yeah.
And then the person who was driving the car that they were in was also drunk. Yet when he got out, the judge said, hey, like, these are rules, no alcohol, and stuff like that. He started putting on social media after he got out of prison, drinking and stuff.
Yeah.
And the judge immediately saw that. The defense attorney went back and said, look, you had this rule, and you're not supposed to be drinking or anything. And the day you get out, you're putting on Facebook, that you're drinking again. So they put him back in. But I think that so many times people don't think about what they put on social media. And especially, like, young people putting up pictures of themselves, like, doing the wrong thing or dressing scantily and things like that. And then one day, your boss or somebody is going to see that when you're going to apply for a job. More and more of these headhunters are researching social media to see what kind of person are we looking to hire.
Well, and I think that right now in this time, because people are interacting with social media like a lot more, even like you're home and you're checking your Facebook feed and you're on Instagram, and we all need to think about what are we putting out there. Even when it's a joke, we think it's a joke, we think it's funny. Sometimes we post a meme and it's very borderline
and
inappropriate.
Sometimes it doesn't come through the way you meant it. You
can't control the tone.
Yep.
So I feel like err on the side of caution. Even if you think it's funny, if it might be offensive or it might hurt somebody's feelings, let's just not do it. People are already stressed out in this time. Let's just put up things that are encouraging, uplifting, things that can add to the public good.
Yeah. Now, the memes for Tiger King are hysterical. Like, I saw one the other day of, like, 2 signs on the door, like, did Carol kill her husband? Did she not kill her husband? Leave your package with your answer.
Right.
And it was, like, all the Amazon packages and everything piled up on one side of the door.
Or the other. I
know. Lucy wrote.
Hey, Lucy.
Speaking of eccentric people and wild animals, I was watching
Casey?
Keto Connect.
Okay.
Talking to the snake diet guy when I got notified Keto on the Couch was up. Yes, I totally think she killed her husband. And why must Florida always be involved?
Seriously.
Yes, why is it always Florida?
I wait for the tag, whatever it is. It's like clown has gone crazy and is running down the street. Like
in Florida.
Florida.
I live 4 miles from Big Cat Rescue. It's next door to our local mall. By the way, growing up, it was common knowledge that Nebraska Avenue, the street she was walking when she met her husband, is where women of ill repute congregated.
Woo.
I tried to avoid the show because I felt it would lower my IQ, but I caved. Let me know if you have a discount code for a good nootropic. Maybe that will restore my brain. LOL. Have you watched Kim's Convenience or An Idiot Abroad?
I've
not watched either of
those two.
Now, if you do want I know you're joking, but if you do want a good nootropic, the one from Keto, from Perfect Keto is actually really good. I do use that one, and it is really, really good. Let's see. Next up. Christopher wrote.
Hey, Christopher.
I don't think I've ever watched a documentary that I liked, but I've seen a ton of Facebook posts on that show. I eat fairly similarly to the way you all eat normally, but now that I'm home so much right now, I'm making all kinds of recipes, all kinds. And my 3-year-old daughter is starting to help me make some recipe videos, which is a lot of fun.
Cute. You got to check those out.
I liked her watch them drinking the keto chow the other day.
Yes.
Last week was a lot of desserts with my normal meals. This week has been a lot of recipes for meals with some bars. Who knows, by the time this quarantine is over, maybe I will have eaten some Keto Chow chicken ice cream.
Which we were just saying, like, that's hilarious. I keep checking because I'll get a ding, and I want to make sure that it's not like somebody saying that the stream is down or something.
Ready? Mm-hmm. I think this is the last one. Nope, not. Dana wrote, check out
Dana.
Black Lightning on Netflix. There's 3 seasons, and we are only 6 episodes in, and I'm hooked.
I haven't even heard of that yet.
Yeah, so we asked you guys for some suggestions.
Thank you.
So let's see. Renee wrote,
hey, Renee.
Netflix, I loved Atypical.
Atypical?
It has 3 seasons of 8, 10, and 10 episodes, but it's a great family show.
Nice.
Also, I like Stranger Things.
Oh, I love Stranger Things.
3 seasons of 8 to 10 episodes each. I don't think I've watched last year's yet.
We didn't. We got to watch that.
But it's kind of like a Goonies sci-fi family show.
It is.
Another one I liked is Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. We love that show.
I love that show.
4 seasons of 13 episodes each. This is detailed. I love this. A Midwestern woman and others are freed from an underground cult after 15 years and hilarious acclimation into the modern-day New York life. Silly, mindless comedy.
So,
yes.
Fun fact, one of my nicknames is Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah. She has said, yes, I agree. I think Carol is totally guilty, and Joe was guilty of a lot of stupid things, and he might have thought some of those things about Carol, and I think it got cut off, but it's like, I don't think she did it.
Yeah.
He did it. Mary said,
hey, Mary.
Netflix, Outlander, Call the Midwife. And here's a list of podcasts I enjoy. Serial, Everything is Alive, The Moth, Death, Sex, and Money.
Death, Sex,
What
and
is
Money.
Call the Midwife? I need to see that.
I've seen a lot of people talk about it.
Okay.
So we got to check that out.
Good. We're good to go here. Vintage Girls.
Hey, Vintage
she
Girls.
wrote Ozark, 3 seasons. The new season just dropped, but let me say you will definitely binge. I love Yellowstone. I really liked Yellowstone. You didn't watch it.
I didn't watch that one, but I remember you loving it.
Catch up before June next season. We should have rewatch that. We should all join for live walks to help those who need accountability. That is a great idea.
That is a fantastic idea.
So everyone is still isolated but together. You guys can head the lives and we can all go hop on. Yes, and yes, the fam does devour the keto lasagna and the carnivore meat pies. I love the easy carnivore ice creams too. Heavy cream yolks or raw milk, vanilla, egg white, powder, extract, stevia. Or for those who don't need a cut version, use yolks and butter.
Nice.
All the versions are dang delicious. The old-fashioned creamy texture. Love your recipes. Shared at health and wellness.
So, I love the idea of getting out and walking more. We could absolutely do a live while we're walking. I would totally love doing that.
Can we walk and talk at the same time?
Can we walk and talk? We could do this at the same time.
You're better than me.
Yeah. But I love that. And it's like a public admission of that. But anyway, side note. I was thinking, what would be a good challenge? You can check the news for every time that you exercise. If every time you want to check the news,
Don't turn on the news.
But I understand.
It's going to ruin your walk.
But some people want to check the news. Like maybe it's a thing that they're
so you can't check the news until you've gone for a walk.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get behind that. I can get behind that.
So chances are what's going to happen is you're going to walk more and you're going to check the news less. Both of those things are good.
Okay, so I think this is the last one.
Can I read it?
Yep.
Lori. Hi, Lori. Says, well, now I want to go watch Tiger King. I'm grateful that my parents live with us. My father is an Agent Orange disabled vet. Thank you so much for your service, sir. So we help my mother care for him. Plus, I have always been very close to my parents. That tends to happen when you are an only child. A couple of weeks ago, we had to go 3.5 hours away to get my aunt. She never had kids and has always been like a second mom to me. She fell back in January and broke her wrist, and then she fell again a couple of weeks ago and hurt her back. The EMTs would not take her to the hospital due to her being a high risk for the virus, so we made the decision to move her in with us so that we can take care of her. What an amazing family. She is getting older and is showing signs of dementia. I helped my mother take care of my grandmother. She had Alzheimer's disease, but I truly feel that having her home with us for the last few years of her life extended her life and definitely increased her quality of life, whether she knew it or not. We are truly blessed. Wow.
We're so sorry. I'm awesome that you are able to take care of her. I definitely, my hat's off to anybody that can do that. My father actually passed away from brain cancer. I know my mother and sister had to take care of him. I was living down here, so I wasn't around that. And I look back and think what my sister had to do, and kudos to her to be able to be there and taking care of him. And I know you lost your grandmother to Alzheimer's.
My grandmother had Alzheimer's, and but you know what? I loved the love story that continued to unfold as my grandfather took care of my grandmother, and just the opportunities. It was like every moment felt like it meant so much more. Their interactions were so intentional. Their acts of love were just so intentional. When he would present her with a meal, and he was serving her. And I think that every interaction we have with people right now in this season, it's like it's so intentional, right? And it means so much. And even our time together with Keto on the Couch, and when we get to talk to you guys and our interactions, we just want you to know it means so much more than it ever even did before. We have loved you guys since the moment we started the channel, but it means so much more now, right? Doesn't it? Every interaction is just such an opportunity for us to be together.
I think that's why we're enjoying doing a lot more lives lately.
Yeah, it's just you guys are so precious to us, and we want you to continue on your keto journey because we care about you and where you're going to be when all of this is over. We want you to continue getting healthy and continue, having these successes, and we want to celebrate now more than ever. When you have something to celebrate, it's important. We need these celebrations, right? We need these moments of like things are good and things are happy, and there are opportunities to celebrate, and we want to celebrate with you guys. So make sure you continue sharing them on our Facebook family group. Tag us on Instagram. Let us know when you have a victory, because we want to celebrate that.
So please, again, go join on our Facebook family group. Let us see your success stories. If you don't want us to post it online, that's fine. If you don't want us to read it on Keto on the Couch, we completely understand that. We just enjoy celebrating everybody's successes.
We do.
But if you put it on there and say, hey, don't say this on Keto on the Couch, we will absolutely respect that.
But don't be afraid, even though there's like kind of a somber atmosphere in the world. Don't be afraid.
We need to lift each other up right now.
To celebrate something. It's okay if you're experiencing a win, even if other people are not experiencing a win, right? We kind of talked about that when we were doing like after the fast, and I was doing really, really well, and Joe was like, man, I'm really struggling. It's okay for me to celebrate, even in our relationship, if I'm having an up and he's having a down, because chances are there'll be a time when he's having an up and I'm having a down, and he can encourage me in that moment.
Yeah. So it's, if you're not part of Facebook, you can also send us stories at stories@twocrazyketos.com, and this way we can share it that way. But we say it all the time, like whatever you're going through, there's somebody else that's going through that. And especially like you said, in these times that we're in right now, we need to lift each other up more and more and more and more, because it's too easy to be stuck at home and then start getting depressed and start beating yourself up. I know I'm guilty of that. I know you're guilty of that.
And we don't want to
do that. So make sure that we're just constantly lifting each other up. Let's get into some comments. Miriam wrote, we are getting more sleep now that we are not getting up with our kids to get them off to school early.
Yeah, that makes a huge impact, right?
Oops, I touched my nose. Rachel said, why am I suddenly craving Buffalo Wild Wings salt and vinegar?
I love the salt and vinegar. That's my fave.
Errol said, weighted blankets help a lot. Chris said, Joe needs a weighted blanket. They come in a bunch of weights.
Yeah. You can get 5 pounds, 10 pounds.
I've tried them. Again, I just like having the comforter. But again, I get hot, and I can be hot all day long. I do not want to be hot when I'm sleeping, and I get hot when I'm sleeping.
We've talked about how much I love knitting and like making hats and things like that out of like the knitting. And I actually, my sister-in-law enjoys a weighted blanket, and I actually made her a hat out of a heavier yarn, and it made like almost like a weighted hat. And she said that she really enjoyed that. So that's an option too. If you're somebody who likes weighted blankets and you're like, wow, this really helps me to just kind of, stay calm. Those like little loom things, the hat maker things that we did, that was enjoyable.
Vivid J said comforters gives you added weight, which helps you with sleep. Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's why I have to, if I didn't have, I've tried, like sometimes Rachel will like have washed the comforter and it's still in the wash machine or in the dryer. So now we have to sleep with a top sheet, or even worse, one of those quilts which doesn't cover the whole bed, so now we're fighting over it. I do not sleep well with just the top sheet. I need that weight of the comforter to feel comfortable to get sleep. So without that, my sleep is even worse.
But I need the temperature too.
Yeah.
It's funny. I need both those things.
So Errol said those blowers are amazing. Some of the hotels have them.
I have never stayed in a hotel that has that. That's cool.
We don't stay in fancy hotels though.
The Motel 6 did not have them.
We've stayed in things when we would go to Disney World with the kids. We're like, hey, we're just sleeping here, right? We're going to be in the park, like, open to close, where the kids were like, look at that, like, I think that there's, like, a hooker transaction happening out in the driveway.
What's happening over there?
When I was a kid, I will never forget this. When I was a kid, we lived in New York, and we used to drive down here to Florida for Christmas sometimes because my grandparents and my mom's sister lived down here. So we would stay at the little places along the beach in Miami. And it was on Collins Avenue. Back then, they weren't... This was in their transition. Like, when my parents grew up down here, this was the fancy of the fancy of the fancy, right? It was like North Miami Beach. Like, it was where everybody went. But over time, they became very, very cheap places to stay. So we were staying at this place. It was called the Tahiti. I wonder if my sister sees this and remembers this. And in the middle of the night, there was a drug raid in the room next to us. We never stayed at one of those places again.
So my mom had the same attitude. Like, let's just find a cheap hotel. Doesn't matter. You could just flop down anywhere. And she'd really push that. So we stayed at one growing up, me and my brother and her. It was called the Colonial. And I remember we were checking in, and it was frightening. And I mean, this is like the late 80s, early 90s. And she goes, oh my goodness, like, how cool is that? I paid $16 staying here with your father back in the late 60s, and it's still only $16 a night. Isn't that amazing?
They probably have not changed the sheets since she stayed there.
Since they stay. So halfway through the night, there's a lot going on in this motel on either side, like in the rooms on either side of us. And so my mom was trying to not alarm us that she felt scared, right? Because that's the whole thing. You don't want your kids to know you're scared. So she goes, hey guys, let's do something fun. Let's redecorate our room. We're going to take the dresser and we're going to push it. Look at that. We're going to take the dresser and we're going to push it in front of the door because she was afraid someone was going to come through that door. So yeah, we get up and we're like, how is this fun, Mom? Oh, it's just fun. Let's just do that. And so yeah, we were moving the furniture in front of all of the vulnerable spaces.
Yeah, so we did for those, we were talking about the blower. So yeah, I really researched the blower. I really researched the pad, and it made sense that most people think that the pads are better, especially if you live in a hotter, humid climate, because it only blows as cold as the room is, and it's taking the air from underneath your bed because that should be the coldest in your room.
Because you know what?
But we have a dog that lives under our bed.
Well, and you know what our room's gonna be like? Like that hot.
Lucy said, I've heard great things about those from sleep doctors.
I'm excited.
And she said she means the Uller and the chili pad.
Well, and I mean, you know,
yep.
Hot flashes. This is the time for me. So, may not be as important for someone who's in their 20s, but if you're in your 40s like I am, it's like, it's a thing.
Fran said, sleep is essential in all aspects of life function. I sleep with a 5-year-old crazy girl and a dachshund in my back all night, as well as my husband in the same bed.
How sweet.
So last night, I felt bad. I let Tabitha come up on the bed. She slept there for about 2 hours, and I'm like, she slowly moves over more and more and more.
So you have no bed.
And she's at the foot of the bed, but she weighs 120 pounds. And she's pushing me closer and closer to Rachel, and I've got to sleep like Rachel's like this, Tabitha is here, and I've got to sleep at an angle because she's taking up a third of the bed
and
on the bottom.
Just
and she slowly moves over more and more and more. And you can't push her back because she's 120 pounds of dead weight. Yeah. I have easier time pushing you off of the bed than pushing that dog off the bed. Well, so finally I was like, get out. Just get out. You got to get out now. Chris said, Rachel, air was in the lines of the pump. Air was in the lines of pump, so it wouldn't run. It wouldn't full right and wouldn't turn off ever. Oh, they had a problem with the water in their camper.
Oh no.
Chris said, Miriam and I need to take off for 6 minutes. Joe behind us for a while. We are out. Vintage Girl said, weight blanket is the best sleep in the world. After so many years of sleep issues, once you have a weighted blanket, you will never go back. They aren't hot. So that's what I'm seeing about the chili pad, too. Everyone's saying that this thing will spoil you. You will never want to sleep in another bed. So I have a feeling like the 90-day thing will probably turn into a lot longer because, yeah, I know, especially you, because you want to be cold. But you want to be cold with heat on top of you, which is really funny.
Well, and it's funny because it's like how you want to spend your money. Like, I'm completely fine that all of my shirts, like this one, $1. Like, I don't need fancy, purses, fancy clothes, or any of that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to ever spend money that way. But like, yeah, if there'd be something that would keep me cool, let's put the money in that.
Francis wrote Uller quiz. So yeah, before I even read this, so it was funny. So when you go to look at them and decide what kind to get, because again, they have the chili pad and the Uller is just the newer version.
Okay.
So it has a fancy app that allows you to do scheduling. It also has a UV light to clean the water that's in the system. Otherwise, the cheaper one, you have to dump the water out every couple months and just put fresh water in.
Will it mop our house?
Not
I would like that.
It's not a huge deal, but it is. The Uller version is a lot more money.
Oh, okay.
A lot more money. But so that gives you this whole quiz of which version you get, and then what size you need. And one of the questions was, do you sleep with a partner? And then it gives you options. And one of the options was sometimes.
Oh, That's like
So fans is like re-quoted. I thought it was funny.
sometimes.
Valerie said, "Good morning. Made the beef jerky. It is awesome."
Awesome. Thanks for, making that. And thank you for all of you guys that when you make one of the recipes that you like tag us and stuff. We love getting to see them making like the lasagna or the taco pie or cookies or anything like that.
Lucy said, "Does sometimes count for people whose partner snores?"
Right.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you get to sleep with me and sometimes I put your behind out because you're snoring.
Vivid J uses a pregnancy pillow to keep myself in one position since I always have minor sleep apnea, even with the weight loss, and it's bad if I'm flat on my back. I sleep like a baby with it.
That is
Rachel
smart.
has to sleep with a pillow under her knees.
Yep.
That's how she sleeps really comfortably.
Like elevate my knees. I don't know why.
Christopher wrote, "My sleep apnea was really bad. Keto finally got rid of it for me. No more CPAP. GERD won't seem to go away, though. Sorry you can't get rid of the sleep apnea. I hated the CPAP machine."
Wow. So there's another, vote for keto, right? Because,
Our snoring went away bad. It was really bad.
Joe's snoring. Mine too.
Yours too.
Mine too. But, it was horrible. Horrible. I used to video it because it was, it was scary.
Jerry wants us to post the virgin pina colada recipe. Once I perfect it, I absolutely will. We're going to perfect it some more today.
I feel like you perfected it, dude.
Might possibly be adding not making it a virgin one today. Rachel said, "Oh, pina colada." So did Mary. Lucy said, "I bought a white noise machine. The sound of the CPAP machine helped me sleep."
So my recent white noise machine is the dehydrator.
Yeah,
I love that noise.
That is the one thing about the Uller and the Chili is it does have it is a fan. So the Uller, I believe, is a little bit quieter.
Huh.
But yeah, if you are a very light sleeper, they say that may keep you awake. But Rachel's used to always having noise on because I go to sleep much later. I can't usually go to sleep, and this is another thing that I'm trying to work on. I've been much better the last couple weeks. I can't go to bed without the TV on. I usually have to watch TV until I'm about to fall asleep and then hit the off button. And the last couple weeks, I've been much better at saying it's time to go to bed, turn off the television, and then lay there and then falling asleep.
Good.
Because I know it's not good to be going to sleep with the TV on.
But do what you need to do to get rest.
Yeah.
You've got to turn your mind off, especially in this season. It is so, so important. Because if you don't, it's going to hinder your progress, and then you're going to get frustrated in that area.
I'm looking forward to even if this works really well, that it would be good for your brother who loves to be cold.
I was just thinking
and your mom they sleep with 5, 6, 7 fans blowing on them.
Yeah.
And your brother loves white noise.
He does like white noise.
Crazy Sexy Cool Misha wrote, "Fasting currently at 89 hours, going to break sometime today when even I finish cooking."
That is fantastic. Amazing. 89 hours.
Vivid J said, "My sleep apnea was really bad too before keto. I no longer use my CPAP either. My
That's
acid
so good.
reflux went away as well once I started the Dr. Berg apple cider vinegar regimen."
Yeah,
That's
we
awesome.
love apple cider vinegar.
TC's like, "Maybe you can hit Keto Palooza."
Man, I'm so sad about Autumn's thing. She's changed it to a different date?
I don't even know.
Man.
I meant to ask her about
I'm
it.
so excited about that.
Gail said, "Just got on. Good morning, Joe and Rachel."
Good morning, Gail.
Rhonda said, "I love Leslie Sansone."
Oh man, so did my mom.
Let's see. Heather said, "Amazing testimony."
Oh, they're talking about the results that Carla has.
Oh yeah. Slapasick said, "My acid reflux from GERD is way down. It still exists, especially if I eat a big meal late. Mostly it's when I go to bed. How often do you drink the apple cider vinegar?" I used to drink that. I drink mine in the morning. I don't know when Vivid J is drinking his.
Same.
Nancy says, "Hey guys, just found you on. It's 8 a.m. in California."
Well, good morning.
Carla said, "Thank you. I love you guys."
We love you too, Carla.
Fran said, "You didn't gain it overnight, so it won't come off overnight."
It's not. We're gonna.
It's so true.
So, and this is again, we want to.
I just realized, Chris and Miriam, we were in on their live stream.
Yeah, they have to do a live stream. Okay, we're back. Hi, welcome back, Chris.
Well, we tried to time this to not be on for Autumn, but I completely forgot about Chris and Miriam.
I am so sorry.
We should know that we're never going to be done in an hour.
I know, we're bad.
Vivid J wrote, "I no longer drink it, but I do take a daily pill. I hardly ever eat past 7. Most days I don't eat past 6. That is the next thing I need to work on, is not eating after 6 or 7
And
o'clock.
we have no excuse because we're home. We can make our own lunch times.
We're so busy during the day that I don't think about eating. I think about eating when things start calming down, which is not usually till 5, 6, 7 o'clock.
Set a timer. Have an alarm on our phone when we want to.
need to do that.
Go start cooking.
Heather said, I agree with you all. She's family. I take my son back and forth to work, and my kids are my kids. Yeah. I like look at Sarah. Like, that's a kid. That's one of our kids. Myra said, my 16-year-old played tic-tac-toe with her bestie on her bedroom window yesterday. Bestie's outside, her inside.
Oh my goodness,
awesome.
that is cute.
Miriam wants a virgin pina colada.
It was delicious.
Heather is on a walk while listening.
Good job, Heather. You're awesome.
Christopher said, sounds like you did the same as me to Vivid J. I eat big lunches, small dinners, usually by 6. I have no acid reflux. In February, I only eat meat, eggs, butter, and cheese.
I don't miss... Well, here's another kind of side effect with keto that I've noticed. Just like a lot of the toilet paper products, a lot of different foods are not easy to find, I am so glad that we have reduced all of our other health symptoms, because you can't try finding some medicine that you're used to eating before keto, right?
And I actually
the acid reflux,
feel really bad for people
Tums,
right now.
Excedrin migraine, we don't have to take those anymore because of keto. Yeah. But it's a good thing we don't have to take those anymore, because you can't find them everywhere.
Yeah, somebody had asked in like our Facebook group, you had posed a question and said, like, does anybody know about anybody on keto and how they're faring with everything going on? I personally don't, but I know that it's got us on the right health track, which I think is good, because the bottom line is the virus does attack people who have,
compromised
immune systems, people who have diabetes, people who are overweight. So, like, you're on the right track being on keto, and you don't need as much stuff. A lot of the foods that we're eating are still available, at least down here they are. You're not seeing bread and stuff in the stores, but you are seeing some meat and eggs and things like that.
And here's the thing: if you're home and you're already dealing with some stress, you're dealing with some changes in your job, you want to be eating as clean as possible anyway, right? You don't want to be home eating a bunch of sugar and garbage because you're stressing out. And we do see, friends that are not keto talking about, they're having more headaches, they're having more than normal, just sugar-related situations, that it's not that we're like better than anybody else. It's just we're not experiencing that because we had already worked that out of our diet.
I know that this is an unpopular opinion, but we are not proponents of ever going off of keto. Like, I see people go online and on certain YouTube channels and somebody be like, hey, if you have to go off of keto because of everything going on, that's okay. We personally don't feel that way. I don't think there's any reason to go off of keto. I think that you're going to have even a harder time getting back on keto when this is all over. Because
you're stressed out.
Because you're eating because you're stressed, and now you're eating not good food. It's going to make it harder to walk away from that food. And I think that there is plenty of food out there. Let's face it, if you absolutely had to, okay, if just need food to survive, the two things that I know that you can order right now, and it may be an investment up front, but it'll be the cheapest food you eat every single day, would be Keto Chow and Keto Bricks. Keto Brick, if you eat a brick a day, that's $6 a day. For all of your food for the day, that would be 1,000 calories. You would survive well on that. Keto Chow is going to cost you about $3 per meal when you order the big bag. So that's $9 a day for all of the calories, all of the nutrition, everything you need in the day. So
you won't have to leave your
house. I know
house.
you have to spend a bunch of money up front,
but you won't have to leave your house.
But you won't have to leave your house, and you'd have a bunch of shelf-stable food if you can't get anything. And that's what I was starting to say before. Is like, I do feel bad. We live in a very populated area, so for us, it is very easy to go to the store. They're restocking every day. The shelves, with the exception of things like cleaning products and toilet paper, are pretty well stocked. You may not be able to get the brand you want of eggs or the brand of a certain kind of food, but we can get food. But I do see some of the pictures from around the country. Like, I know my sister and mom are talking about moving to Pennsylvania, and she said the real estate agent said where they want to move to, the shelves are empty. You can't get any food.
Yeah, it's very remote.
So I do feel bad for those kind of people, and that's why it's important to support companies like Feeding America, who are trying to make sure these families are getting food and stuff.
Yeah.
Colleen said, I've been riding my bike for 12 to 15 miles every day and walking 5 miles. Living at a racetrack makes it easy since we're close.
That is amazing.
I need that discipline.
That is it, but it's so smart, right? And this is just investing in yourself. That is going to help you. The exercise is going to release endorphins, and that is going to help you to boost your mood, right? I mean, this is all good.
Yep. Vivid J said, I do have hot coffee in the morning as well as super coffee in the afternoon. Sounds like you're doing well with sticking with whole foods for at least your meals.
That's good.
Brianna made the bison jerky with a 2KK recipe.
Nice.
No jerky gun. I rolled it out with a rolling pin. My husband likes it a lot. I am not a jerky fan.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Chris said cat.
Meow. She's everywhere.
Anthony said they're actually filming another episode and it should be out next week. I don't know what that's for.
What?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Of Tiger Kings?
I know that he said they were going to be redoing something with Tiger King. Jennifer said Tiger King was a train wreck that I couldn't stop watching.
I could not stop watching it. There was a meme I saw that was like a crumbling building, and they had like 2020 across that building, and then they had these two like wooden things like propping up the building, and the props were called Tiger King.
Somebody's at our door.
Somebody's here.
Probably UPS. We need to find a way. TC Life said we need to find a way to reorder our lives and priorities for after this. What does optimal self-care look like each time for each one of us, and what do we really need?
Yeah, I saw a very I thought it was a really good statement where someone said, now that you've worked out a bunch of stuff, like you just had to work out some things. We need to decide now what are the things that we want to work back into our life, because maybe we're getting rid of some things that we don't need to reintroduce. I think about that a lot with what kids are involved with in extracurricular activities. And there are some things that it's like, that was great for us to do it. Maybe you pick one or two extracurricular activities for the kids, but all of this time where families are spending together and doing a bike ride, I feel like that is a really important thing that we need to hold on to, and maybe they don't do so many other extracurricular activities. Oh, Keto Box.
We're gonna film that with Anthony.
The Keto
Should
Box
we do the same thing that we did last time with Anthony? Should Anthony and I just eat everything in the box? That's what I want to know.
I think you just go for it, dude.
Okay. Let's see. Chris said our stream today will be short, maybe 15 minutes. The stream tomorrow night will be longer.
Nice.
This is from a long time ago. Grant said we have no video evidence of our stupid youth decisions.
Thank the
That's
Lord
absolutely
for that.
true.
I am so glad that I did my childhood and teenage years before Facebook and Instagram. Gracious.
Miriam said, Rachel, I love the shirt that you're wearing. Where did you get it?
Thrift store. You know me. So somebody got it from someplace cool.
Mm-hmm. Rachel said, my kids have always been homebodies, so they are holding up super well. My daughter just misses her after-school extracurricular activities and church.
Yeah. Anthony has been doing a lot of, like, magic tricks.
Yeah, he's trying to work with the youth, like the middle schoolers, through, what is that, TikTok and all those other things?
Instagram and stuff like that. That's kind of a fun thing to do, too, to be, like, challenges. And that might be something that, you know, if you have teenage kids, that they can kind of do back and forth with their friends, like challenge them to different things. I think this week he was talking about doing different like recipe challenges with, you know, and like a baking challenge with other kids in the youth group.
Danny said, my favorite video on TikTok, guy says we got to stick together. Are we telling the kids the Easter Bunny was killed by Corona or Carol?
Oh, wow.
Fran said, thank you for recommending Enlightened ice cream bars. Found them the other day at my local grocery store. They are awesome. Yeah, Publix down here has them. I saw them at Sprouts. I like the flavors of the pints. I just like the accountability that the bar gives me. I'd love to see Rebel come out with the bars.
Yes.
I would love to see them do some in the bars. Just because for me, I know I get the bar, and it's not a matter of like how big is my scoop. I don't have to pull out a scale, which is the only way I can eat ice cream out of a pint. Because if I'm not pulling it out the scale, I'm eating more than I'm supposed to eat.
I was gonna say you're better with a scoop than me.
I even weigh out our Keto Chow ice cream because lately what we've been doing, it's a dessert, it's not a meal. Mm-hmm. So we've been making one Keto Chow ice cream and splitting it. But I pull out the scale and weigh the bowl, and so that we each get the same exact amount.
Because I'll play one for you, one for me.
Yeah. Rachel said, I'm glad keto has made my immune system stronger to deal with all that's going on in the world right now.
Wow. And for people who are maybe you're watching this and you are just thinking about starting keto, you're just trying and you're like, I'm not sure. This is a great time to try it because you're home. And if you do have to go through keto flu symptoms, you're home. Right?
Chris said walking during a live stream equals a bad connection, just saying. Yeah, especially because we have Sprint, and Sprint stinks. I'm really hoping it gets better when the actual merge with T-Mobile goes through. Otherwise, I'm leaving.
Slapstick Keto says, who wants to check the news? I'd never get any exercise.
Miriam said, it's so true, Rachel. Keto really does help. I don't get sick as often or as bad as I used to. Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely don't.
I feel like it's part of our preventative medicine.
Chris said, I don't like checking the news, so I don't have to exercise.
There you go. There's the payoff, right? You don't check the news and you don't have to work out.
Lori said, very sorry about your dad, Joe, and your grandmother, Rachel. Family is everything to me, and it's not without a daily dose of humor. You can laugh when you can.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So my mom is hilarious, and she, I miss getting to see her and like touch her and hug her every day as we sort of kind of keep our distance from her because she's in her 70s and we want to do all we can, we put her groceries like on her doorknob and, tell her, hey, go get your groceries if she needs something from the store so that she's not going out. But she sent a thing once Miami had stated that you're going to have to start wearing masks. She sent me a thing and said, I just want you to know I'm okay, kids. And she had taken one of her bras and had made it into a mask. And it was the funniest thing. I mean, she is just a stitch.
Carla said, your videos are so uplifting, just what a lot of people need, just not just now, but always. Well, thank you.
Sean Tim Hart, just want to say hey to you. They're sending us some cute little hearts.
Vivian just said, I'm
up.
all out of wings. What should I do for lunch?
Order Buffalo Wild Wings.
Chris said hamburgers.
Hamburgers always good.
Slapstick said, I'm completely stopped going out to eat with everything that's going on. Luckily, I don't have any great restaurants close to my home to tempt me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll probably get wings tomorrow. I don't know. We may not. But I did, when I was at Sprouts, they had a standing rib roast on sale. Or it was on sale. Basically, it's prime rib with the bone in, and it was $5 off a pound. So I bought like, I don't know, 4.5, 5 pound one, and we're going to stick that on the smoker for a couple of hours and then into the sous vide and eat that Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, we sort of have only thought about getting food to just kind of help those restaurants that are struggling. We're just being out of business for a month or two, that concerns me for them.
Yeah, Vivajay's trying to hold off until tomorrow's buy one get one free.
Yeah.
Then you just buy enough to get you through the whole week. Deborah said, I exercise daily, have for many years, no reason to stop now. However, since starting keto, lost more inches than pounds. Is this normal?
Totally normal. It is absolutely probable, especially for girls, that you are going to lose inches before you lose pounds. And that's okay.
You're losing fat. And if you go up and look online at the difference between what does a pound of fat look like, or 5 pounds of fat and 5 pounds of muscle, you're going to find fat is much bigger. So as you're burning, because you're burning fat, you're converting the fat into ketones, you're going to lose fat, but you're not going to lose, you're going to lose a few inches, but only lose, like a pound or two. Rachel at one point went down, she'd only lost like 3 pounds, but went from, was it like a size 8 to a size 4, only losing 3 pounds.
And we totally recommend, because we say he's got, not today Satan on his shirt. The scale is the devil. We are home way more, which means that we could every 15 minutes be standing on that scale.
Yep.
Do not weigh yourself every single day and multiple times a day. It's just going to depress you. And for some of us like me, if I have today's shot anyway, I might as well just eat a whole bunch of stuff and give in to my sadness. It does not help. Stay away from the scale.
Let's get through the rest of these comments.
Measure with a measuring tape. Or take pictures.
Yeah. Kathleen said, I took a package of chicken thighs out for last night, did a frost, got up this morning, remember tomorrow's BOGO. Thighs are still frozen, so I'm putting them back in the freezer.
There you go.
Rachel said, don't let the scale define your keto journey.
Yes.
Just know that you made a healthy choice for your life and enjoy the ride.
Again, make sure that you think of yourself, that you're an investor. You're investing in your future. And even if you're not seeing all of the results that you want to see right now, don't give up.
Yep.
It's going to happen.
Rhonda said, I've been sleeping so good lately that sometimes I wonder if I went into a coma.
Aw, that's kind of good.
Yeah, Miriam basically said the same thing. Muscle weighs more than fat. Since you've been working out every day, you are probably quite fit. Yeah. Gail said, my daughter got me a weighted blanket for my birthday, and it has not helped my insomnia, and it is hot. Plus, my cat sleeps with me and weighs me down even more.
We totally get the pet sleeping with you thing.
Yeah. Miriam said, don't trust the number on the scale. Losing inches is better than a number that will not tell you what your composition is. It would be better to do a DEXA scan.
Yeah.
TV and sleeping, I can totally relate, unfortunately. Yeah. My TV is always set to sleep. Too much quiet in the season without it on. Yeah. I'm the same way. Brianna said, I'm inspired to get to buy your takeout burger meal. Tonight, I am making a half-pound burger with bacon, 6 slices, and eggs on top.
Yes.
I will put avocado on mine instead of cheese.
I love avocado on my burger. Ooh.
Heather said, me and time zones. What is that? Me and time zones don't get along.
Okay, so this is something that I do. I set alarms
all day long,
but it's to remind me to be thankful for different things. So I'll be like at 10:30, it'll remind me, you get to be married to Joe. You know, my noon one is to remind me that I have 3 beautiful living children. These are good things.
Yep. Gail said, I can't sleep with white noise. Recently, I've been bringing my laptop to bed and listening to meditation.
Wow, that's not a bad idea.
Ron said, hey, everyone, I still suffer with sleep apnea, but I've had sleep apnea even before weight gain. It was much better now, and acid reflux is almost non-existent.
I am so glad to be done with acid reflux. Oh, my goodness. I lived with just burning heartburn for so long.
And Gail said the meditation she's listening to is Abide Christian Meditation on YouTube.
Thank you for sharing that.
Brianna said, I have terrible experience at a cheap motel while traveling alone with my kids. There was a huge gang fight in the parking lot, 20 police cars, people screaming, running past our door. No sleep.
I know, and you're thinking to yourself, like, I paid to be here. I paid for this. I put money down for this scary experience.
Casey Smurf said, these are weird times for sure. I tried ordering my normal 5 days worth of keto foods from the grocery store, and when we went to pick up, I only had 1 steak, a 6-pack of Zevia, and 2 bottles of water.
Yeah.
I was so jealous that Heather put a thing on Facebook group that her local grocery store had the Cola Zevia for $1. I was like ready to get in my car and drive up there and tell her to go buy me everything there is. Like, I will drive the truck up to pick up the truck's worth of it.
How funny are you?
$1.
$1.
Casey's Smurf, they are literally out of everything.
I am so sorry. Yeah, that's why I'm glad that there are options out there with like Keto Chow, Keto Brick, that sort of thing.
Rachel said, being on keto takes down inflammation. This virus wants to inflame you. We're way better off being on this keto lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's not a cure-all, but it definitely
it's helping.
It helps you.
It's the same thing of like, you know, when you're wearing the mask and you're going out, or you're wearing gloves, or, you know, one of the things that I'm glad I happen to like the Skechers Bobs for Dogs shoes, right? Well, they're like cloth shoes. So whenever I go anywhere, I come home and wash my shoes and everything. Yeah. Like, you know, it's nice that I can just wash those.
Chris said, I don't personally see a good reason to stop doing keto. I agree.
Yeah, me neither.
Deborah said, an apple cider vinegar recipe. I do a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of lemon juice in a glass of water, or just whatever combination you want, and a few drops of stevia to sweeten it up, and you drink it. It's actually really good. You can actually do like a half a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and more lemon juice if you want it more of like a lemon flavor. If you don't, and work your way up with the apple cider vinegar.
I like it though. It tastes like a lemonade.
Yeah. Gail said, just curious, what does a runny egg yolk taste like? It
Disgusting.
tastes like, it doesn't taste, it doesn't really have a huge taste. It's very fatty. It's the texture thing. It's a big texture thing. I think it's a texture thing.
Big texture
thing. By the way, I don't really make Rachel eat runny egg yolks. It's just fun to beat her up about it. But when I cook your eggs, do I not cook them with your yolks all the way cooked? Once in a while, if I'm cooking in the dark, because we cook all our eggs outside now,
right?
I don't see that it's not cooked enough for her.
Yeah.
But I do cook her yolks all the way. And
on the flip side, which was a happy accident, he was cooking, you know, late at night, and so he really cooked them for a long time, and the yolks just like literally popped out of the white because they were like so cooked, they were like exploding out the top.
Yeah. And
it was so funny. I was like,
I don't do over easy. I put the dome on to cook it.
And he was apologizing, and I was like, what are you apologizing for? These are perfect. Yeah. I mean,
the only reason I tease her about it is because runny egg yolks are actually healthier for you. The whites you don't want to eat whites raw, but the yolks you want to eat them as raw as possible because that's where all the nutrients, and as you cook them, you start degrading the nutrients.
Degrade them. I want to be degraded.
Casey Smurf said, still having my Keto Chow daily. Chris and company is doing a great job of getting them out in normal shipping times, which is awesome. Heather said, my mom made keto peanut butter cups for us, helping her move. We ate it all last night. Got to keep the treats out of the house. Me too.
Make a big batch of some sort of savory food and enjoy the savory food. But yeah, we've got to minimize
Patty said,
sweets.
I ordered the new flavor of keto brick yesterday. So excited to try it. I ordered that. I can't wait. I want to try to make our recipe that we did for the peanut butter, the mug cakes, where I use that as the fat. I can't wait for that new flavor to come in. Toasted coconut.
Yum.
Yeah, Miriam said, what flavor? Toasted coconut. Slapdisk said, I'm not going off keto. The amount of beef I can get may be down, but I have bars, too many bars. Those in keto chow help supplement eating less meat and eggs.
Yeah.
Yep. Slapdisk said, I think I'm going to have a chocolate peanut butter keto chow for my beef, with my beef for lunch today.
Yum.
Casey Smurf said, I'm hearing about Tiger King every year. Maybe it's time I give it a watch.
You got to see it.
You won't be able to stop watching
It's like, it's a train wreck.
Rachel said, I've been ordering my meat from Butcher Box, so I never run out of meat. I did hear that Butcher Box is having some delays, too.
Okay.
So, because there was a big run on them. So, other companies are White Oak Pastures, U.S. Wellness, there's Crowd Cow. So, there are a few options if you can't get a hold of, like, Butcher Box.
Yeah.
Slapdisk said, Keto Box and Keto Creator is supposed to come today.
Nice.
Got my Keto Box. Let's see. Yeah, Casey Smurf said there's a 4-week waiting period for new customers when I looked into it.
Wow.
Miriam said we had some delish Wagyu beef steaks from a farm near here. It was delightful.
Nice. Yeah, if you check your local farms. Yeah. I mean, if we just go to the grocery store, you may have experienced some shortages, but there may be farms in your area if you live near farming areas.
Chris said if you're in Utah, check out Binion Beef. We had it on Saturday. Fantastic stuff.
Nice.
It's a Wagyu Angus hybrid. Patty said, I'm planning on keto chow mug cake for lunch. I saw a video with banana and chocolate chips. And like I said, we do have a recipe, if you look on our website, for a keto chow mug cake using almond flour. Was it almond flour and some cocoa powder? We use the peanut butter, but you can use any flavor.
Yeah.
Chris said, I'm down for a bacon challenge.
Bacon all day long, baby.
Miriam said, challenges on Instagram. My daughter do lots of drawing challenges. Draw this thing in your style. They enjoy it.
And there's a lot of amazing artists that are doing like free draw sessions.
Okay, Chris said, go faster. I got to go in 6 minutes.
Oh, okay.
We're almost done. Patty said, my daughter does drawing challenges too.
Nice.
Lori said, T-Mobile's not much better, at least not in my area. We're in South Florida. T-Mobile's supposed to be really good. I'm out of my Sprint. Here's my problem. I'm out of my Sprint contract. Well, I have 2 more months of paying for the phone. Now I'm thinking about switching companies, but I don't want to get a new phone because if I'm going to get a new phone, I'd like to wait until October when the new iPhone comes out. I don't want to go buy the new iPhone right now. Or the old iPhone because it's going to be outdated in a couple of months.
Okay.
So, but Sprint's getting bad. Like, as we're driving down the street, we're dropping calls.
Yeah, it's just done.
It's just, like, horrible. Rachel said, try keto for 1 to 2 months and you're never going back.
Right.
Shantam said, Binion beef is the best. Have steaks and a bunch of ground beef in the freezer.
Nice.
Joe said, Joe, you may be better off moving to Keto Story to T-Mobile now. You may get a better deal. They're wonderful in Broward, and I've been a Metro PCS, which is on T-Mobile for 5 or 6 years, and I wouldn't trade.
That's good to know.
Slapdisk said, do you know what level of Wagyu they have? I've loved... Okay, that's for Chris. Rachel's telling everybody to make sure they hit the like button. We appreciate that. Rachel said, I don't own a scale. I don't want to obsess on the pounds, the inches, and what counts for me. I've never felt healthier.
That's awesome. Heather says she's got to go for a walk.
Rachel said, I thought the alarm was for Keto Chow live stream that's going on right now.
We better get off so they can do theirs.
Slapdisk said, I finally got my hands on those Aldi Zevias. The cream soda with a little heavy cream poured in it is so good. And he said that runny eggs taste amazing.
Fran says, my son thinks I made keto popular. And back.
They're back. That was a quick live. Kathleen said, came back spreading the love. So Chris said, who's down for a 72-hour fast starting Thursday?
I got to prep myself.
We might do it. We'll let you know later on today. Oh, we're caught up. Shantam said, I'm not fasting while camping.
Yeah.
And Julia said, Shanta, good sweet strawberry jam from Amazon. You know what I got coming from Amazon tomorrow I'm so excited about? the new Legendary Foods Pop-Tarts. We're going to do a review of the
Yes.
Keto Pop-Tarts.
Yes.
Everyone's telling me they're really, really good.
I'm so glad. I was kind of like sad that Keto Crate didn't, I mean, they had, you know, the advertisement for them, but then they weren't in the box. There was something else from Legendary Foods, and I was like, but I wanted the Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. Well, that is our hour and 40-minute Keto on the Couch. Good job. So,
high five to you.
guys, thank you so much for joining us. Please make sure you share this stream. Go over, if you can, and hit the like button if you haven't already. We really do appreciate it.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Until
Hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
Until next week, guys.
Bye. We love you.